Hey guys, what's going on? Epicamasa here, and today we will be doing a tutorial for Geometry Dash building. So first, make a level. Just make any level. Name it anything you want to. Any kind of thing. And first you want to go over here and you want to choose your song. Go to Custom, go to New, go to Saved, and then it's already in here, all your downloaded songs. Basically, I've already set up one right here. Make sure it's a song that you like and you think is good enough to make a level out of. Sorry, I'm trying to speak fast. So, I've already done this, as you can see. I started a video, yet it corrupted, so I'm going to try again. These are all the things you can choose, and your screen might not look too similar to mine because I made a custom texture pack on my thing. Do not worry, it looks similar, so just go with whatever you want here. Let's say I want to go for a faded look. I'll go for a faded look. Now you can choose the colors. Let's say I want to go for dark blue, and then right here I want to go for dark blue too, but a little bit of grayish color. And then here, maybe I want to go for really dark green. Who knows? So, I don't care about this. Basically, this is what it is going to look like. Now, it doesn't look too good, but it's because you didn't choose this. Now you can choose any floor that you want. I'd like either this one or this one or this one or sometimes. But right now, I'm going to choose this one because I think this one looks pretty cool. Now, what do you think about this? Not as good. If you don't like the colors, you can change them. So go, let's see what red looks like. Yep, red looks a little better. Well, no, this doesn't look that good, but hey, it's an example. I'll show you a thing I made after this. Now, first, I'm going to show you what all of these things do, because I know my friend has a lot of questions. Starting position. You can put this anywhere, and it starts you from a different section of where you are. So let's delete these. Now let's go on to color. Color. You go over here, copy colors. If you want to copy this color, you can copy it to a different channel ID, which is basically like, I don't know, these. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh gosh. I don't know what it's like, but it will change it to a channel ID, and you could put something to that certain channel and make it that color. So, blending, I'm not sure what it does, but it makes it look better, so don't blend everything. Blend some things if you feel like it doesn't have enough definition. Player color 1 is to set this color to your player color 1, and then player color 2 is to set the color to your secondary player color. This is the fade time, which means how long it'll fade into the color that you choose. This is the opacity. You can choose it to be see-through or not, or translucent. I don't know. There's default. You could set it back. There's copy. You can copy the color and paste it somewhere else. There's paste. So if you already copied a color, you can paste it here. And there's the touch trigger, which when you touch it, this is when it activates. And if you don't touch it, then it doesn't activate. Spawn trigger, I still have no idea what that does. And whenever I go like this, is a multi-trigger that pops up. I don't know what that does either, but hey, it's something. Now the color IDs. These are all different color channels. You can set certain objects to those color channels, and you press the plus button and boom, you get the background color you can change. Ground 1, ground 2, line, objects, and 3DL. Now all those are different things, but I'll tell you that in a second. First, let's go with background. Let's say you want to change the background color to, I don't know, let's do a flash. So put it to white, and then put it to 0. Actually, wait, no, don't do that. I'll teach you how to flash in a second. That's more efficient. Now watch this. See? That didn't look pretty smooth. Okay, if you don't like it, you can increase the fade time. And then you can select it and move it back. And right here, let's say you want it to flash. This is what we need the pulse for. So get the pulse and then put it where you think the music should go. Then go over here and put it to your channel ID, click the plus button, and press background. Then you're going to say white, and the white is going to be held. Don't do anything for fade in, don't do anything for hold, only do fade out. Fade out 1 second. There we go. Now, let's say this is good. Exclusive, I don't know what that does. Alright, now, and then let's say you want it to flash a different color instead of white. It's really simple. All you gotta do is the exact same thing, but set it to a different color. Now you know how to do that, and that's pretty easy, so I'm going to keep those two there, maybe for a level. This is stop. Stop will stop anything that you've moved. For instance, if I were to move something, let's say infinite, like something was to lock onto me, let's say group 1, and I'll add a block here. I'll add this thing, and I'll set that to group number 1. Now, as you can see, after a while, it follows me. So if you want that to stop, you go over here, and you press stop, and group ID 1. And then after a while, it'll stop. No, it won't. I actually have no idea what this does then. But hey, it's an idea, I guess. I have no idea what it actually does then. Yep, nope, no idea. I'm just guessing with the stop icon. Look up a bunch of tutorials on how to do that. I have no idea what it does. Alpha! Alpha! Let's say you want to turn something invisible. Go to Edit Object. Press to 1, because that's the object number that I want to turn invisible. Now let's say fade time is 2.5 and opacity is 10. Okay, now you can see it. Oh, didn't mean to place that. That was an accident. Okay, now you can see it as it's following me slowly turn down. Now, that didn't completely go away, but it mostly went away so that you mostly couldn't see it. And now all of these are good. All of these are great. I'm going to erase these two because they have no purpose along with this one. That was just to show you what it did. Now I'm going to tell you what toggle does. Toggle, I don't, look up how to toggle. I don't really use it much. Spawn, people still don't know. Rotate's a good one. Rotate's a real good one. So let's say you want to rotate something at an angle. Let's say you want to rotate whatever this is at an angle. So what you got to do is you got to set your first one. Let's just put that to 1. And then let's get all of these on the sides, the things that you want to rotate around the center block. And then, whoops, wrong one. And then you set it to the next free one, which is 2. Now, then all you got to do is you got to place down the rotate block, rotate, and then look what happens. Put the center group ID to the one in the center, put the target to the thing you want to target or rotate, ease in and out to make a nice effect. Move time, let's say like this, degrees times 360. Do not lock object rotation. And that is what it would look like. Well, it depends on how much you would like to rotate it. Wow, the rotate trigger, that's the wrong one. Okay, depends on how much you would like to rotate it. You can rotate it however you want. You can even rotate it negative degrees so that it'd go the other way. Now that's how you use that, although we're not really using that for anything right yet. So basically, follow is if you have something that's moving, like let's say you set something to move that's locked to player and locked to player. It's 1. Move time 10 out of 10. Alright, and then let's put this here, I guess. I don't know, I'm just putting a random block and then saying I want to move it with 1. Alright, and then whenever you go like this, you hit that and all of a sudden it starts to move. Now, if you want something to follow something that's already moving, you can place this over here so that you don't have to place another trigger. If it does something different, you can place it to 2, and then you press over to the follow button, and you press the follow button at the exact same place. Whoops, that's already put down there. Alright, so target group ID. You want to follow the group ID. 1. Target group ID. 2. Alright. Now let's look at this other one. Does this one have a group? Yes, it does. It is a 2. Alright, now let's see. Yep, it has a delay because you can set the delay here. Move time, X mod, Y mod. That is totally okay. So that is how to do those 2 triggers. So now we don't need any of that. I will keep teaching you how to do other things such as shake. Shake is a cool new trigger that was added recently, and I find it to be very, very cool. Now, what you got to do, you don't do that. You go over here, and it says set up shake. You have the strength, you have the interval, and you have the duration. What I like to do is I like to put the duration to a low number, such as 21, and then interval and strength is all the way up. And there's no way to view this in test mode, so I will have to go into actual mode for this. As you can see there, that was a little shake that happened. So you will be able to see that shake if you place that there and then put how duration or how long you want the shake to go on for. I usually like it really short and simple, but that is up to you. I'm not sure what animate does. I'm not sure what follow player Y does. I'm not sure what touch does or count or instant count or pickup. I don't know what this does. Collision, this, on death. On death is a trigger that triggers stuff I still don't know. But hey, a lot of other people know. So go check their descriptions and stuff. This, pretty simple. It activates a little thing, and then let's say disable right here, just to show you, and then let's hide the player, and then let's enable this, and then let's show the player, and disable this. There we go. Now we have a perfect example, and then let's put a random trigger right over, whoops, right over here, just so that we can see the effects afterwards. Now look, that's what that did, that's what that did, then hide player did that, and that stuff happened, and that's all because of that. Now, as you can see, there are some more, such as BG effect on, BG effect off, and all of these are whenever the blocks come on or off the screen, it creates some kind of effect. Just play around with that and you'll find out what it does. So I'm going to delete all of this and I'm going to actually start making a level now. I'm going to show you a level that I had already made, and I will teach you a breakdown, step-to-step breakdown of that level. This is a tiny clip I made especially for this tutorial. So, I will teach you how I did this and show you all the things that I did in the editor. These are all the move triggers. If I go over here and I say show ground off, then you'll see under the ground I have this good luck thing, and then these are all the triggers. Like there's a trigger set up for this triangle, this triangle right there, and then it's all like moving up and then moving back down. These are all the 3 triangles, and then the good luck individually goes off the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. The 9, 9. That's something. I don't know, but hey, it's something. And then the shake effect is what shakes the screen, and the flash is the 2 DBs. It can easily be made with the whole entire pulse effect. This is a little object I made using one of these guys, which you can find if you go over here, go over here. It's right over here. You can find that there. And then I used one of those to make that just a little bit smaller. And then I also used one of these, and I made that small enough to make it like that. And then I added a little text here. As you can see, those lines in the original version, they shake. But if you edit them, if you click on edit, you see that they're actually a full block. Now, it's not a block that's exactly like that, and let me explain. You see this thing right here? This is what I used. When you place it down, first it has this thing on the bottom. But what I like to do, I like to turn it sideways like that. And then you just go over here, and there's one of them here that is right here. This is nothing. So this is 7, and this is base. Alright, now as you can see, they're not moving in this version, but I have replicated that thing. Well, it could either be used with this one or this one. The difference is one moves differently. And all of these different blocks, you can find out what they do. All these really, they're pretty simple. But I'll break down how I made this little quick gameplay. So basically, if you go to one here, you see this is the bare bones of the entire thing, or what I like to call it, the layout. First, you have to make a layout and make sure you add a bunch of cool things that you don't see in levels. Like, don't make them exactly square. If they're exactly square, then that's kind of boring. You want to add a little interest to it. That's why I have all these missing ones and the hang things, and then all the curves. The curves are a really good thing to use. Use a lot of curves in your levels to make it interesting, you know? And then also, don't just use the regular ones like these. No. You have to use these, because those, you can color them later and add effects, and it's really cool. And if you're adding 2 spikes or more, or even just 1 spike, you want to make it clear that there's a spike there. So add, let's say, like this. I added another spike to make it a little bit harder difficulty. And here, it could have just been 1 spike, or 2 spikes, but I added this little thing to make it more interesting. So you have to add a few different things to your levels. Then, of course, I had these, which I covered in these things, and it's easy to find those. Then here is the decoration, which I easily made with certain things I found in this. Like, look, I found this right over here. See? Use that. And then all of these blocks were found here. and all those blocks were found. Let's find it right over here, and etc., etc., etc. It drags on. So that is how I made this whole part. Now, if you would like to see me actually make a level, let me break it down step by step. So what we went over so far, first, we had to choose a custom song. Let's say I wanted to choose this game RMX off vocal. Yes, that can be made into an excellent level. Now first, let's choose my background. Let's say I want it to be kind of like this. And then we change the color of our background, let's say we want it to be kind of purplish when we start, like this kind of. And then the ground, let's make the ground this kind of, and then we'll make it very purple, and then this one will be kind of blue. There we go. And now as you can see, blend all of them, because blending makes it look better for some strange reason. It's magic, and I'm not even sure what it does, but as you can see, it looks somehow a lot better than it would without. See, now it looks a lot sharper. Actually, does it? I have no idea, but I just like to blend colors, so I'm going to do that. Anyways, let's do this. So first of all, you want to create a layout. I'm going to go with a slower speed. 2-player mode, no. Dual, no. Mini mode, no. Let's start off with a nice old cube section. So first, we have to work on the layout. Layout is pretty easy to make. You just have to sync it with the music, and therefore you have to go over here, and then create lines. You see this? Now all you got to do is click on this, and then press record and tap to the beat. For instance, I'm going to show you an example. So that was my mouse clicking. Every time you saw this thing light up, that was me clicking to the beat. So after you've done that, you X out and you go over here, and as you can see, there are now red lines syncing up with the beat. So that means it'll be easier for us to make gameplay, because we don't have to constantly try and predict where that is. Now the first one might be a little hard to predict because I messed up a bit there. And there's a way that you can clear all of the lines by just pressing clear and then recording again. But right now I think we're good for most of the lines, and I don't want to do that again because that was quite lengthy. So let's say we want to make him jump like this. Then we Now, your level couldn't ace like that, but the gameplay should be good enough. So after you got that kind of good gameplay going on, I'm not going to create a full gameplay because this isn't a full level that I'm making. Then you just have to decorate it. And decorating it, it's not that hard once you have the gameplay. But depending on what kind of style you want to go on, like let's say I want to do some modernistic, I have no idea. You have to use curves or just decorate it your own way. Such as if you're going like this, you can make everything move into place and stuff. But I'm not one for decoration. I'm not good at decoration myself. So I suggest you look up a bunch of tutorials on that because I will not be able to help. All I'm good at are certain things such as gameplay. That was the end of our short tutorial. Of course, this is 32 minutes of recording right now. It could be, I could shorten this to 15 minutes, who knows? It's jam-packed with information, so I don't know how long this will be. But I hope you enjoyed, I hope you learned something from this, and once you're done, once you've verified it, you can add a little recording, whatever you like. Once you've verified it, all you gotta do is press this button. Then you gotta choose what kind of stars you want it to have. I'm gonna put it like really easy because it is extremely easy. And if you want to unlist it, read that, or you can pause to read it. And then allow copy. You can allow people to copy your level. But if you don't want people to copy it too easily, you can let them guess the password. You can put whatever password you want. Let's say 5698. And if you want to copy this layout, just know that the password is going to be 005698. It's on my YouTube channel. Then just click share level. Upload complete. And you can even update, let's say, pass on my tutorial video on my Chanel. Then you can press this button and it will update it. And that is how I make most of my levels. Of course, I might not be too on task with that. Like this is one of my most recent levels. I made this on my phone. Whoop, it's pretty hard. Whoop. Whoop. But this is an example of some of the things that I have taught you. In the background is the move effect, over there is the move effect, there's the alpha effect because in the background it's a bit faded out, along with the things that I show you there, and then of course there are the few blocks there that I know will work. And then here's the rotate trigger part. The rest is still gameplay. Okay, so that was the level. I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial. I tried my best to try and teach you stuff. And yeah, this is me signing off. Good day and good luck on your level.